Got it. So your biggest source of leads MQLs is organic, and probably the number two, can I say it's performance? Mostly Google Ads, right?
Yes.
So in terms of marketing's measurement metrics, right? So what is like there are multiple use cases,
Yeah.
right? If a person comes in,
Yeah.
a CTO comes in, if he's building one product inside that, then he can also build multiple products, right? So there's a lot more for you to sell if you looking at like a overall funnel, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So you said like your biggest source of leads MQLs is organic, right? So can you talk us a little bit in terms of how you did that, like how you built your organic engine? Uh, Talk about like what people to hire for, and how to look at SEO as a function, or organic as a function, and like how you have built this from scratch. Like just maybe give an idea in terms of how you've scaled this function and made it the number one marketing source in terms of MQLs.
Yeah. So we this is like 1.5, 2 years back. We were a little haywire all over the place in terms of the organic content and the growth, uh, stagnancy in the growth, and we um, took a pause and we identified all the SEO elements that we wanted to focus on. We are using tools like SEMrush very extensively, and we are using a lot of Google Search Console and all other tools that we can always identify. We fixed out a lot of performance issues as a base. A lot of times we are not aware, and that happens for all the budding entrepreneur marketers out there. Have always have an eye on what are the easiest things in which you can fix your content first. It could be very simple SEO techniques. We are all aware of it, but somebody who is making it might have skipped it all the time. So, making those uh, processes and systems in place so that anybody in your team who is publishing an article or a content, they are not going to miss out those elements. Fixing all those technical elements is very, very important, I feel. Adding more rich content. I saw a lot of uh, we identified a lot of keywords which were like I said that we started with an umbrella term, and then we started a lot of pillar and post kind of a mechanism. We started identifying for very we shortlisted a few particular themes and started uh, focused efforts on particular keywords. How many pages we want? How are we not cannibalizing our own pages? How are we adding more content around it? And so we have a theme for a month or 2 months, and then we focus that, hey, not just one content. We want to do a plethora of things around it. We want to do video content. We want to do a small slide deck. We want to do social content. We want to do 2, 3 different kind of blogs. We want to do some guest posts. So we tried one particular theme, and we want to do a whole lot of things around it. So it should also be a guest post. You are also writing to some journalists. You are also writing to some community wherein you can put those posts around. So those kind of strategy really helped us build up on a particular theme. So we identified themes after theme every month, and then we started all round approach for that theme. That, hey, we are putting across. A lot of times, what happens is we sometimes, at least I identified, we started following that how many content are we generating, but it was more important that how even for 4 content pieces or 2 content pieces a month, how much promotion you have done for that content, where all you have said and gone ahead and spoken about that content. So we took a little pause and identified, okay, what is working. We constantly keep evaluating if something has started working, a particular keyword or a particular theme has started working for us for a few months, and we started adding new themes, and that keyword goes down. We always have an eye on, okay, hey, we have slipped down on these keywords. What can we do better? So we identified all the techniques we pulled out all the techniques from the hat, from listicle articles to guest posts to community engagement to videos. We do a lot of this multiple fold way of attacking one theme and doing it across. I mean, that is what works for us.
Got it. And if at all you have to go back and redo some of these things, right? So what would have what mistakes you could have avoided, right? Like if at all like there were some mistakes that you thought like you could have avoided, like
Yeah.
what would that be?
So I definitely there are a lot of learnings over a period of time. Uh, we would have so a lot of times the metrics that we were looking at was also wrong. As I said initially,
Hmm.
if you run after we want to generate this many content pieces in a month, or we want to focus on X number of videos in a quarter or X number of webinars in a quarter. Sometimes those metrics can be very deceptive and can give you a momentarily tick off, but are they generating enough right MQLs or not is very important. A.
Hmm.
So, always have to keep an eye on the right metrics to measure. It is very important. I feel that can be one important learning. Also, I feel connecting with the ICP and understanding those challenges and then translating uh, is something that I learned in a very long way or a very old fashioned way. Maybe a marketer in me was always ready to talk about my product and my features more than what the audience might have understood those terms and technologies or the challenges there. So, uh, and especially, in a developer centric product, developers can smell the difference between a marketing content and a genuine piece of code,
Hmm.
so having that right balance, identifying what content, who's the target audience. So I really give this advice to everybody who's starting out that keep your target audience very close to you, ask them hundreds of questions, go and connect with them, and then speak. Then you will write or you will message or you will create any content, it will definitely be more worthwhile rather than just researching in your own head and in your own way. It won't happen the same. So I think that is one of another very big lesson that I learned in a hard way because we always want to highlight the features that we have created, all the flashy new features the product team has told us, and we want to, put out that this is a crazy new feature. But understanding the
Yeah.
ICP and how to translate that is my job to take it from the product and give it to the ICP in the right fashion. So yeah, a lot of learnings from
So
measurements to processes to ICP and yeah,
so if you had to redo and restart, you will probably go back and talk to your target audience or ICP, do interviews, understand the problem, and then come back and create content for them. Right? That's one. And then
yeah,
make
that's
sure that that content you are creating, you are measuring that content, the right metrics, right? If you're writing for the
that
right
metrics.
ICP,
Yeah,
right, the
yeah,
audience is coming into the funnel and measure that as well, right? So this is the
yeah,
overall funnel, right?
yeah,
So how many things
yeah.
I see based on my experience, right? As soon as do you think marketers has like generally get time to do all of this in general? I feel like as marketers, as soon as you join, okay, I've seen in so many cases, right? And I've been a VP of marketing. Then after that, I did a lot of consulting. The first question, even at an early stage company, that as soon as you want to consult or as soon as they want to hire you, the first thing that they ask you is, yeah, I want to reach $1 million in revenue. Can you give me a plan for that? Nobody's asking like, hey, okay, I do the customers that do the ICP that I'm creating this product for, is it solving a problem for them? Can you talk to 100 customers and find that out, or can you make sure that I'm reaching the right audience and then create a plan based on what they want rather than what you want to do, right? But as a marketer, I feel that we don't have enough time to do that at the start, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's always
yeah.
been the case, right? In that case, do you have a solution for that? Like, do you have some solution, or you just have to
I,
take it like as it is?
no, it is going to be, it is like an agile process. I always say you have to constantly balance in life. So any piece of, I say as any piece of content that you're creating or any piece of event that you're going to do or tech collaboration that you're going to do, don't start boiling the whole ocean at the same time. Just think about, hey, I just want to uh, go to 10 people, or maybe I just want to. At times, if somebody joins my team, one of the important things that I ask them to do is also read a lot of case studies, not just mine own organization, but also any other competitor and other verticals also. So, I feel you get more similar use cases. So if I'm saying that, hey, you have to write a content around marketing ops tools, so you don't have to always go to my competitor and check it, but you can always go and check all the marketing ops tools and something like that. And you can start off small. You don't have to boil the whole ocean and go and ask 100 people, and by the time you come back, the product has evolved to something else. So you keep doing this on a very regular basis. You cannot stop it, is what I feel. You can't just say that, hey, I've finished and research of 100 and now I'm going to create a strategy and now I'm going to implement it. By the time you implement it, the 100 people that you spoke to, they have changed their opinion, they have changed, they've evolved, they've moved. So I think your sample size also has to be a little balanced. Maybe a 10 or a 20 is good enough, then you can start.
Yeah, I think you start slow, parallelly. I mean, just start understanding that like an agile, right? Just keep doing whatever you're supposed to do. Plus, talk to customers on a regular basis, right? That's
Yeah.
your solution
It is just
advice for
B2B.
people who are
I
starting.
just B2B, but B2B with a different definition. Go back to basics. This is this is what I say. Just go B2B. Go back to basics. Go back whenever you are struggling and you are thinking that, hey, I don't know what has gone wrong. I would say go back to basics. Go back to where you started. Why you think that person should adopt this? Go and talk to the person and come back.
So let's do some, rapid fire. So
Okay.
favorite channel? What is
Favorite
your favorite
channel,
channel? Like in marketing?
uh, organic any day.
If you have to like not pick organic and something else, then what would that be? I actually expected that answer. So if not organic, then what?
If not organic, then events.
Okay, nice events. Uh, of course, I want to say, what is your favorite marketing tool? No, DronaHQ. I know you use that end to end. What is your favorite
Yeah.
marketing tool? Minus DronaHQ.
Uh, Majority of the times, either I am on LinkedIn or SEMrush.
Okay, so I can say SEMrush, and because of your affinity towards organic, so I believe SEMrush is probably your. So, of course, LinkedIn is a social media platform, so SEMrush.
Yeah.
Favorite, um, not. I mean, favorite marketer as such, like specialist, not organic or SEO. You can't pick SEO because I know you'll straight away pick SEO. Other than SEO,
Actually, I follow a lot of podcasts, um, but I cannot pick up one particular over other at this moment. I maybe April Dunford. She has very good things to talk about product market fit.
nice. Um, who should I follow if I'm just starting on, let's say, SEO? Whom do you suggest I follow on social media?
On social media, there is a guy, some Jason something. I don't remember the whole name, but social media you will get lot of good brands speaking out. I don't follow one particular guy on social media. I'm sorry, I won't be able to answer. There's some
Got it.
guy
Okay,
Jason something. I don't know the full name. Yeah.
no, that's okay. Favorite marketing book?
Um, Crossing the chasm.
Sorry,
Crossing the chasm.
Crossing
Crossing
the
the
Chasm. Okay,
chasm.
nice.
Yeah.
It says, got it. Okay. Favorite author?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have
Uh,
any favorite author?
I loved. Uh, I don't know. I wouldn't say author because there are not many books, but I always recommend this book, Trillion Dollar Coach. I absolutely love this.
Got it. Okay. So, we have come to probably last few questions. So, you're based on your experience, right? So, what are the biggest misconceptions that people generally have about, marketing and growth marketing? Based on your experience.
Misconceptions. A lot of people think that hey, marketing means okay. When I interview, there are a whole lot of misconceptions that people come with. When I am interviewing somebody in a junior level, marketing for them is more majorly. I don't know. I feel somehow the new gen is all they think about marketing is all about influencer marketing. Uh, which is what
Hmm.
I am able to sense that hey, they can only talk about influencer marketing as the primary thing out there. Another misconception is the depth of the product or the ICP. Uh, People have a misconception that hey, if you know the uh, tricks of using a particular tool or how to handle ads or how to handle social or content creation of us in any particular channel, you will be very successful. I feel uh, if you are more connected to your audience or to your product, you will give better. Um, you will be a better marketer. Uh, so the tips and the tricks can only be uh, max 40%, but 60% is about the real meat, the real audience pain area, the real product. Uh, so if you communicate, then after understanding that this is a 60%, all the tips, tricks that you are reading or you are trying to influence or trying to use a particular tool in a particular fashion can only help you max by 40%. It won't be more. So that is a myth. I mean, um, getting depth is very important. And of
Got it.
course, the metrics, measuring metrics, sometimes they're very deceptive. They make people go run after wrong metrics and eventually learn after 2 quarters that, hey, we could not achieve all those numbers. So, uh, having a broader understanding or the picture really helps. Um, I sometimes also tell anybody or my team that think of yourself as a consultant, an external consultant who is supposed to deliver a metric number. Uh, because KPIs and KRS can still be a very deceptive way to know. And then think of yourself as an owner of a particular uh, responsibility within the marketing organization and then deliver that hey, I am responsible for the whole vertical or the whole. If something goes wrong here or if this doesn't perform or this channel doesn't perform or this medium doesn't perform, you are responsible for everything, not just one element of it. So yeah, those are the learnings that I would
Yeah.
want to share.
Okay. Got it. Nice. Something that you in your career, right? Some campaigns you thought would never work, and that worked brilliantly for you. Any examples that you can share? You remember now?
Yes, lot of times I have in fact that is I have learned the other way around a lot. I would have thought this campaign would really work, and it has not worked. The percentage might be higher.
Hmm.
Um, I have learned by burning my hands, yes, but also things which I thought will never work. So tech collabs was something which I thought we are just uh, we want to do it for little bit brand awareness. It is not going to give us uh,
Hmm.
a longer term results. but it is giving me better opportunity, better longer term results. Um,
Mm-mm.
and I am dedicatedly focusing my energy there. Of course, yes, that is one area. Um, sometimes, um the media, um, when you approach a particular newsletter or stuff like that, and you think that hey, this might only give me X amount of result, and sometimes it gives a better result. That has happened in past for me. I wasn't expecting a longer recall value, and I got a lot.
So, any advice you would give for the senior marketers? Because the tenure of an average, senior marketer or a CMO is less than 2 years, right? And you've been in the company for like, I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
14, 15 years now.
yeah,
So it's always very frustrating. I've also done this journey of 0 to 1, and I've also been part of multiple journeys now, right? So a lot of the times it's very frustrating. Sometimes you get bored, and sometimes you give up. And a lot of times it's about the company also, that they don't have the enough patience to give you enough time to scale, right? Everybody, they raise money, they have a lot of capital, they want to grow faster, right? Uh,
yeah.
so what advice you have given, for being in a career that's so long and growing strong for you? And yeah, what is that one piece, maybe a couple of pieces of advice that you would give for senior marketers?
I always think when anybody that I'm working with, it could be external, internal, anybody I'm working with, my first thing is it has to be a win-win. And I feel your personal goals, your personal aspirations should be very aligned. Um, so it should be aligned to a larger goal that you both are seeing something together. You both want to see something grow to one particular level. And I think that is um, that is one thing that you always have to keep evaluating. Is it going to be a win-win situation where you are looking at a particular growth or a goal, and the company is also looking at a particular growth and a goal, and if you help achieve it, you yourself will be very happy, and you also will feel very content, and you will feel challenged enough that hey, this was so challenging and I could achieve it. So I feel that alignment has to be time and again evaluated. I understand it can be frustrating. Multiple times you feel helpless and you feel lost that what is happening, why it is happening. But reminding yourself and getting aligned time and again that okay, maybe this goal was not, it's too big. It is too overwhelming. Can we break down to a smaller goals? Maybe 2 year, 1 year, 6 months, whatever it could be. And if you achieve it, would you feel that hey, you have accomplished something? I think that is very important. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, I heard the MD of Nestle saying a very uh, prominent three words, and it is resonating with me, and I want to repeat it. Um, do it with lot of devotion, do it with lot of humanity, and do it with lot of elegance. You can achieve your goal with, you don't have to like be completely uh, hammering down on the goals. If you're not achieving it, you're getting too frustrated and you're pushing it out and stuff. You are pushing it out on your team, or you're trying too hard on it. Do it with elegance, do it with a lot of devotion, and do it with lot of humanity. You will be having a more content and fulfilled uh, goal achieved at the end of the day.
Nice. So one final question: advice to marketers who want to build their career as uh, growth marketers or demand gen marketers. Right? So what is the piece of advice you will give them?
Demand gen marketers, I would say strategize. Uh, Spend every month 20% of your time strategizing. and then 80% of the time
Mm.
executing that strategy. Experiment a lot, look at a larger view, which is going to serve you 1 quarter down the line. Don't be in the rush to measure the results and have all the attributions done, because as a marketer, it is very frustrating when we can't see the attribution back to the efforts. For me, one of my biggest puzzle or a fog area or a frustration is I don't see the attribution coming back to the particular channels. And when you change something because out of that frustration very quickly, the results will come second or the third quarter. You won't see those results
Mm.
immediately. So don't be in a rush to change something very drastically. Uh, an advice that I would give is do smaller changes and iterate over time. Um, we did like we saw some keywords picking up very nicely, and we shifted our focus to many more such content pages which would give us more traffic, and it
Mm.
gave us more traffic, but it the traffic on the other high value keywords went down because our focus was not there. And second is those high value traffic was not generating into a lot of MQs, but we realized this only after 3 months or 4 months. So yeah, don't be in a rush. Don't always think that if it is, as a marketer, I know we all want to attribute to all the efforts. You know, this is generating this generating that. X dollar spent here will give us X dollar output. But sometimes you have to have the patience to understand um, if it is required, even if I'm not able to put a tangible value to it. Maybe you have to fight for it, and you have to be convinced yourself, and you have to convince. I'm not saying that hey, just go, do not follow your management's view on it and just go with it and put the dollars on it. But I'm saying that if you have a conviction, you have to go with that conviction even though you're not able to attribute, and do it because will- because it some results will only show up when you close the tab. That hey, it was working out. Now, when you close the tab, we start putting in
Mm.
effort, stop putting efforts there, and then it will show the results later. So, of course, having
So,
said that, also identify things which are working for you, but you don't have the time and the effort to. You don't have the time, effort, and money to put there. Even though, so I'll tell you very.
mm.
We started doing to we keep experimenting with a lot of marketing activities. We did a lot of bottom down approaches. We did a lot of small events in Mumbai as tech mixers and across, where we wanted to engage with a lot of developers. And one more such marketing activity, there were two such marketing activities which we were doing. Maybe uh, we were also doing little podcasts. And I'll tell you, this is a real life
Mm.
example that what happened. And I realized the time and the effort it takes from me and my team to put this versus the value that I derive uh, might not be justifiable. I might be getting X number of effort, viewers, X number of traffic, X number of leads. On going down the line, it might help me, but do I, as a team,
Mm.
have the capacity to do editing, to do all the videos and finding everything? Maybe the same effort, if I put it on B activity, I can generate more leads. So
Mm.
we stopped two such activities which were actually giving us some results, but we said that hey, they are very good activities, but maybe not for the team of my size. I have to identify maybe all the activities are not for you at the every time. Maybe lot of events are good, but you have to identify which all events you can go and you can get bestest output out of it. So keeping an eye, it is a very tricky business. You can't stop everything and you don't want to do everything. So you have to always keep
Yeah.
a balance between that and having the courage to stop things, saying that, hey, maybe, with less efforts, I can generate same number of leads, or maybe less dollars, I can generate same number of high quality stuff. I will do this, maybe not now. have the courage to identify it.
Got it. Yeah. Wonderful. I think with this, I think we have come to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all for the today's episode. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks everyone for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode and please subscribe. Thank you.